Hi, today I'm going to make a really delicious rustic Irish apple cake and I'm going to serve it with a Cremon Glaze. So first of all, I'm going to make the Irish apple cake, and for this you need apples, but you need this really lovely and spongy batter, and I'm going to make this in the Thermomix. So what I've got here is I've got 225 grams of plain flour. That's good. Everything just goes in together and then mixes up really quickly and easily. 110 grams of caster sugar. There. 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. There. I've got butter. There. 110 grams of butter. It's cold and cut into cubes. 1 egg. Crack it in. There. And 100 grams of milk. There. So everything just goes in together really simply like that. And then put it on for 20 seconds at speed 5. So 20 seconds and speed 5. Lovely. Okay, so this is it. That is the batter, really simply brought together. So what I need to do is I need to divide this in half. I've got a little buttered oven-proof plate and take half of it out. As you can see, it's quite soft and lovely, like this. There. And then spread this out to cover the base. Like this. So in the autumn time, you could use a mixture of blackberry and apples. You could even use, peaches, nectarines. You could use raspberries, a mixture of berries. I just love this really simply with apples because it's absolutely divine with the Cremon Glaze. There. Then I've got eating apples and 150 grams altogether. Actually, I've got a bit too much here. And I've peeled them, cored them. So it's basically 1.5 apples and cut into cubes. Like so. Actually, I'm going to use the whole lot there. And then sprinkle this with 1 tablespoon of caster sugar. There. And then what you want to do here is you want to, with the rest of the mixture, put it out, and you kind of put it out in blobs over the apples, like this. So you get this rustic covering, just about covering. Sometimes the apples peep through a bit. That's absolutely gorgeous. And I've got the oven preheating to 180 degrees. But as you can imagine, this is just really versatile with whatever lovely fruit you want to use. And then smooth this out. So you kind of push it over the apples like this. And don't worry if they're not all covered. If some of them peep through, that's okay. There. And then another tablespoon of sugar goes over the top. And this takes about 40 minutes to bake in the oven. It's baked when it's nice and golden brown, but also when the apples are tender on the inside. So I normally check this with a skewer to see if they're really nice and tender. And do the same thing with any fruit that you're cooking in here. Apricots, peaches, nectarines, blackberries, and so on. Lovely. Okay, so into the oven we go. 40 minutes, 180 degrees. So now I'm going to make the Cremon Glaze, and this is a really gorgeous classic custard. It's a thin custard. It works really well with the apple cake. So first of all, what I need is 300 grams of milk. Perfect. And then I'm going to put in 5 egg yolks. And you can flavor this with something else other than vanilla. You can even just leave it plain without vanilla. But you could, if you wish, put in a tiny bit of grated orange zest or lemon zest, star anise, cinnamon, ginger. You can really play around with the flavors of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 egg yolks. 100 grams of caster sugar. There. And a little bit of vanilla. 1/2 teaspoon. There. You can scrape the seeds from a vanilla pod if you like, or just use vanilla extract. Okay. Now, put this onto thicken, there, at 80 degrees, and that's it. That is gorgeous. There is the Crème Anglaise. So I'm just going to pour it into the jug. The cake will be ready in a few minutes. And there we go. Watch out, it's a little bit hot. And it is cooked. It's golden brown. Gorgeous. The apples look juicy, a little bit bubbling around the edges. And it's ready to serve. So, cut into a little slice. And you've got this really gorgeous, as you can see, cakey type of dough pastry that then you can serve in wedges onto a plate. Oh, that looks great. There. Enjoyed with some freshly made Cremon Glaze drizzled over the top. How delicious is that? That is my rustic apple cake with Cremon Glaze, made so simply and will suit all seasons depending on what fruit you want to use. It's time for a little taste. Custard. Now that's just nice.